Hello class, and welcome to your lecture on generating a key signature by using a scale to figure out what the key signature looks like. We will also discuss in this one how to notate these key signatures in both treble and bass clefs. So the first thing that we need to look at is a key that has a sharp or a flat. Now, hopefully you've watched the Circle of Fifths one. I'm going to be doing we're going to go through the sharp keys right now and talk about generating those key signatures. So we'll start with G major. Okay, we know C major has no sharps, no flats, so there's no reason to learn how to notate that. You guys can handle that for sure. So here we go. We have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G for our G major scale. So we have one accidental, and we're going to go ahead and put that on the staff here. If you were to notate that, it would look like this. As a scale with an accidental, like that. Or you could write it in your key signature like this. And then all you would do is write from G to G, not like that, but each note you could spell out and you would have a G major scale. So we have one sharp there. In the bass clef, that sharp goes right here. Okay. Now we already discussed in the last one that if you create a major scale, and you're going in the order of the scales in the Circle of Fifths, or in other words, to the fifth scale degree of the one that you were just on for your next key, you're going to only add one sharp, and it's always going to be the note right before the new tonic or the new root of the scale. So in this case, we're going to do D major, and the new sharp is going to be, you guessed it, C sharp, right? So we have two sharps. Here's how that is notated, both in in treble and bass clefs. Treble clef, we have F sharp, and then you're going to scoot a little bit to the right and notate C sharp. You should notice that this symbol, the sharp symbol, has a little box in the middle, right, like tic-tac-toe. The center box should completely enclose the pitch that it alters. So in this case, it completely encloses the line of F, and it completely encloses this line of, or space of C. I'll go ahead and refocus that. Okay, much better. Now down here in bass clef, we have an F sharp, like that, on that line, and then a space here on C. Our next key, thinking back to our Circle of Fifths, which I'll just pop up here for a second, remind you of that. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Is going to be A major with three sharps. Our order of sharps is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. So we're going to put that off to the side as we notate our key signatures. Let's see if I can get this all in the same shot. Ah, there we are. Great. So our next sharp is going to be G sharp. In treble clef, this one's a little bit strange, but it actually goes up here out of the staff, and it surrounds that high G sharp. The bass one also does this. Now, the great thing about bass clef and treble clef is they're going to follow the same pattern as far as how these are grouping. So you go down and then back up, you go down and then back up in both of them. This would be the key for A major. Again, if you need to recognize these keys at sight, you're going to want to look at the final sharp and go up one semitone. So G sharp is here, we're in the key of A. Alright, let's add our next one, which should be D sharp. D sharp goes here, and here. So again, that box should be surrounding the line of D in both cases. This would be the key of E major, and T is the last sharp. So T is D major, or D sharp, excuse me, and we're in the key of E major. It's the next semitone up. Here's D sharp. Next semitone up is E. Our next key is going to have A sharp as its sharp. Now we're going to come down into the staff on this one for that space. And we'll come down to this low space here in the bass clef. Woo! Alright, so you'll notice that the sharps go 2, 3, 2, 3, as far as like how they descend in visually as you're looking at them. If that doesn't mean anything, just ignore what I just said. But A sharp is a semitone below the key of B, right? So we're in B major here. B major has 5 sharps. We're going to add one more sharp, which is the next one in our group. It's E. And the question is, what key are we in here? If you said F, you are wrong. We are not in the key of F. We are actually in the key of F sharp because it's in our key signature, right? So F sharp major has 6 sharps, and they look like that. Our final sharp is B sharp, and it will go here or here. So we have B sharp as our final one, which means we're in C sharp major with these, with 7 sharps. The order of sharps goes a group of 2, a group of 3, and then a group of 2 in both cases. 2, 3, 2. Alright, that does it for our sharp keys, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the video there. I'll do another one on flat keys to show you those. Alright, if you have any questions, please reach out to me, Dr. Murdoch, or one of the TAs. Hope to see you soon.